Hi, this is a video on how to set up a Palomino yearling tent trailer. This one is an 04. There's some things that are going to be standard for most tent trailers, some things that are just going to be Palomino, and some are my own little customizations. So here we go. First thing to do, chalk the wheels. Make sure that those aren't going to go anywhere. And then next step is to level it. So I have an app on my phone that usually works. It's a bubble level. Usually what I'm going to do is put it right on the floor there, and I can see that it's pretty good front to back, but needs to be higher on this side. So I'm going to adjust the legs to make that happen. And this is a lot of up and down with the front and up and down with these legs, but this is the tool here that lets these guys down. To get one side up, what I'm doing is I'm bringing the front down really far, and then I'm going to extend the back leg as far as it'll go. On the side that needs to be higher. Just like that. And now I'm going to lift the front up again and extend this leg, and then when the weight is on these two legs, it'll tilt the trailer sideways. That's the theory. I've got the front up, the two legs that need to be higher all the way down. Now I'm going to bring the front all the way down so that the weight is just resting on these two legs. That's pretty close. So now I'm there. I'm going to take this and put the other two legs down, then the trailer's level. Next thing I'm going to do is take the canopy stuff and the carpet off the roof and attach it. These are standard truck tie-down straps. The way to tighten them is by doing the ratchet. The way to loosen them is you pull the little trigger here, and then there's another little trigger here. So you pull those two, and then you can loosen them off like that. Alright, next step is to slide the awning in. So this little bead here goes in a channel, and then there's a set screw that just goes in the top here. I just do it finger tight, it's just so it doesn't slide out. This is a bit of a customization because the zipper is broken on here, and so we take it off every time we transport it. So next I'm going to pull the awning out, and this is more customization basically because I left the awning out on a windy night one too many times and the legs broke, and so I had to customize some more solid supports for the awning. But it just unrolls like this. And then I've got two posts here, and they fit in to the underside of the awning here. So right here you can see there's two holes. There's two holes in the skinny end of this. It just slides in there. And then the foot here nestles into there. And then it's similar on the other side. On this side, there's a little flange that comes down, hole on the side, goes into here, and then tucks into there. Next is these posts. They open up just by twisting, and then it attaches into a little flange on the side of the trailer, and then it twists till it's tight. There's a little bit of Velcro here that attaches it to the awning, like that. And then underneath here, I've got this red wire and just a little bracket, and I just loop this around 3 or 4 times just to secure this on here, because again, it broke in a windstorm. This part is a little bit awkward putting the awning out before raising up the roof, but it's much better than trying to do all this on a ladder. And the other side comes out the same way. It unfolds, loosens with a twist, attaches to the bracket underneath here, stands all the way, tightens with a twist, and Velcro on there. That's as much as we're going to do with the awning right now. Next thing is going to be to actually crank up the tent trailer. So all of these start like that, you pull it down and it just unlatches. So all four are unlatched, and then I'm going to get the crank. This is the crank, stored right here in the door. And then it goes in this square bit here. And yes, all four latches are off. Now it's time for the workout. This green cord here, this is the height gauge. So when this is tight, the trailer is up all the way. Next stop is going to be to pull out the beds. And you got a little strap on either side. Before pulling out the beds, it's a good idea to turn the propane on. That way you're not crawling under there. And go all the way out till they stop. This step, this lifts up a little bit, pulls out like that, and that's good. Now I'm going to grab the Fable Blue Jean bag. This has pulls and things in it. These hollow metal ones are braces. In case one of the pulleys or cables breaks underneath, this is going to keep the roof up. So in this corner, it just wedges in between the roof and then clips on here. And then I'm going to put this one in the opposite corner. Again, it just wedges up in the roof and attaches on like that. Next, we've got 4 bed supports. There's 2 long ones and 2 short ones. The longer ones go at the back. So what we do here is this fits in there, one on the other side, and then I'm just going to lift up a little bit with my back and guide these into the slots on the bumper. And it's in. Similar thing with the front. The 2 shorter ones, except this time it goes diagonally and into that hole in the hitch. So again, just lift up, guide them in, and we're solid. Next stop is going to be inside the trailer. Once inside, I'm just going to lift up the kitchen. Now, underneath here, there's a little button here. What this is a power shutoff. So that means that none of the power is going to go to any of the lights or anything unless this is up. So inside the trailer now, I'm going to take the door down. There's a bungee cord here just as some extra security. These hold the door up, but sometimes it falls down. And this holds the door closed, but sometimes it doesn't. See? So I'm going to keep this clipped. And then, coming down here, there's a little post on each side and a little slot on each side. These posts go in the holes, and then up top I'm going to push this in, and that pushes the door down, and these clips are going to hold that together. And then there's a little clip down here, and that sucks it right down. Open this up, and then our door works. Okay, so next thing outside is going to be to zip these up. The zippers go on the inside of the trailer, and it's easiest to start them from the outside and finish them from the inside.
That's when it's good to have a partner.
Yes. Having a partner doing this means you can have one person on either side of the zipper.
And kids love zipping the zippers. It's a great trailer chore that kids can help with.
So I'll leave that. And then as I go around, I just flip that down. Back inside the trailer, just gonna finish zipping up all four corners. There's a little Velcro flap that goes over top of them. And we've got these two hook-shaped bed poles. I keep them facing the right way. There's a little plastic thing on the end here that the end of the pole just hooks onto. You can just push it out and hook it on up here. And the bed's done. Same thing on the other side. And that's it. Next is going to be the table. But first I want to get the stove out of here. So just going to pile this off to the side for now. And down in here, this is where the stove is kept. There's a rail in here that slides on. So it slides straight out and then is released. And there's also a little shelf here. Both these things can go in two places. First place is inside. The stove can go here through this hole. Underneath here is a propane line that you can bring up attached to the stove. And this shelf can slide along this rail here and provide kind of a two-level thing. But we like it outside. We like the stove outside. It slides on this rail here. Just like that. And then, also in this bag, is a little strut. It hooks on here, and then in there, and then you've got your propane line here. It bends one way or the other. Inside here is the propane hose. It doesn't have a lot of play on it, so you have to keep it pretty close. Pull the ring back, get that out. Insert. Push it in. And then push the ring together till it clips. And then there's a valve on here. This turns the propane on. Stove just opens up like this. Couple of wings. To clean this thing, you can remove the bolts here, and this whole thing lifts off. And then the little table goes beside it. And then there's a little leg comes up from there. Outdoor kitchen. And one of the last steps is to Velcro up the outside. So this is all Velcro along the door frame and along this side. And there's a snap here that attaches there. Little flaps over each of the corners. Close that in. And then, on each side of each bed, there is a strip of Velcro in here, and there's 2 flaps. So the top flap goes underneath the mattress and attaches to that Velcro. This is sometimes easier to do from inside.
Just keeps the wind out.
Keeps the wind out. And then the bottom flap goes underneath the actual bed, and there's another strip of Velcro there. So this happens on every corner and every bed. Over here is the fridge panel. Turn these little things to release them, and then it just pops out. So there's 3 different ways that you can control the fridge. I had it on 12 volt, which is battery for travel, but that sucks the battery like no tomorrow. This big switch is for when it's plugged into shore power. And so when the trailer is plugged in, turn the big switch and it operates off a regular outlet. And then over here, this is for the propane. So we're gonna start up the propane on this one. And so this is your pilot light hole here. And what I do is I just turn it to high, hold this down, and hit the igniter. Now the igniter is wearing out a little bit, takes some practice. So sometimes it's easier just to get a lighter, stick it in the hole,